What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Triple Threat Sports Pod. This is episode six or seven.
Something.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're here. We are ready. Sorry for the no post on Sunday, but you know we're busy guys. Okay, so
Very important people.
yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll go ahead and get started.
All right. All right. Let's talk about. Let's go with Michigan first. Anything about that? Talking the Natty.
I mean, W Michigan. What was it?
Yeah.
34-13, I believe.
Something like that.
Something like that, bro.
I mean, it was close until the fourth quarter still.
And then,
I think.
yeah.
And they pulled away.
Then Penix got hurt, and then he kind of just started chucking it, and didn't work out.
I mean, Penix's ribs ought to be in a smoker right now, dude.
He's falling apart.
Pulverized.
The injury issues came back to get him again. So
Yeah, he missed Odunze one time.
Yeah.
Pretty bad, and would have done it. But I mean, done it. It would have brought him a lot closer.
Yeah.
up their chances.
Yeah, I don't know. Disappointing for Washington. It's
But
been
still,
it's been
though-
a disappointing month for Washington. Oh my god.
Yo, yeah, that
The
is
loss
that
Caleb
is
Ballard
facts.
to Alabama because Nick Saban retired. Right?
Like
Yeah.
what?
I'm just chilling in my basement, like on my phone, and I just see a notification that like Nick Saban retired. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But I mean,
of course, we hear that from Rudy 2 minutes later before anybody else knows.
Like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
Like always, like I'll get the notification on my phone because I'm following at least 500 people on Twitter just with notifications on. So I'll be like at school, with my phone just buzzing all the time. And the news will break, and I'll just text them, and then they'll be like, whoa, what happened? And then 5 minutes later, they'll get the actual like Yahoo
Yeah.
Sports notification.
Yeah, or ESPN. Yeah.
ESPN, yeah, that's where I get it.
But Michigan, I mean, even in the championship game, McCarthy was very underwhelming.
Nothing.
Didn't throw for a touchdown.
Threw for like under 60% completion percentage.
I mean, but he
10 for
only
18.
threw like 15 passes.
Yeah, it was 18, I believe, and he only completed
18.
10 of them.
10 for 18 for like 147.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I guess most of those are just him throwing it away.
I'm
Yeah.
throwing it to Blake
Yeah.
Corum, the only
Yeah,
touchdown
pitching it
I
up.
pretty much had.
I mean, their run game carried them in this, like, heavily. Which I mean,
it was different against Bama, though.
Yeah.
Because it was a lot of the pass game that kind of carried him.
yeah, it's
So,
kind of like McCarthy did what he needed to
Yeah.
do when he needed to do
I
it.
mean, he's one of the smartest quarterbacks, I'd
He is.
say.
I would say so, too, yeah.
Hardly throws turnovers.
But, like, the thing is, there's not much room to develop him, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like, I
mean,
think he's going to go be a Mike White, you know?
yeah,
He knows
I
a
see
lot.
that.
It's just,
Yeah,
I could see that, actually.
I
yeah.
see him as like a Dolphins era Ryan Tannehill. Like,
Yeah.
is not special at all, can like get the job done sometimes.
Yeah.
Knows his stuff, but not that impressive. But
Mhm.
yeah, I feel horrible for Washington right now. Like,
I agree.
lost their entire starting lineup. Both their like two top coaches. I mean, they lost their best assistant coach too. I think, right?
I think so.
Yeah. And then
Then Penix is gonna probably declare a doomsday. They're pretty much the
Yeah.
entire receiving corps is gonna.
wait,
Yeah.
Penix hasn't declared yet.
Oh,
He doesn't have any more eligibility.
No, he definitely doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm like, I
He's
mean,
on like year 6.
if
Yeah.
Doomsday, if Penix and Doomsday Polk, I think McMillan is the only one who will stay. Just
I would-
Yeah, because like
Because
Polk,
McMillan
Polk was
dropped
so
everything.
stupid though, because like he sat on the field and like acted like Stephon Diggs, like, oh man, I'm gonna go watch this trophy ceremony because I'm gonna be back here one day.
Yeah.
And then like the next day, he's like, oh yeah, I'm going to the draft.
yeah. By the way, I was
Like,
just doing that to look
Stephon
cool.
Diggs is
Just doing that for the pictures.
Yeah.
He is not. Like, the only guy I would see returning to Michigan to Washington is McMillan, just because every time I watched Penix film, this dude was dropping every pass thrown him. There was the one game, I think they were against, it was Oregon or some other team. But he, like, every pass, it was a drop, it was a fumble, it was a drop, it was a drop. It was like a hospital pass. He was not having a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
So I don't know. I think he has the raw talent though. The whole receiving core had the raw
Oh,
talent.
for sure.
Polk's is like one of those jump ball guys. Doomsday is more like a Mike Evans type guy where he can like extend the field, good route.
I mean, it really reminded me of the Bengals receiving core.
Yeah, it was
honestly.
nasty.
Yeah.
I mean, if only the Bengals had a quarterback that could throw to him, you know.
Yeah, unfortunately his right arm is killed, but he's back.
Browning did a good job when he came in, but that first guy, I don't remember his name. He was terrible.
Yeah.
Trevor Simeon, right?
Yeah, probably.
In the preseason, that
It was Burr or something.
Oh, yeah. It was like
Burrow, I think.
all
Yeah.
right, all right.
Burrow, maybe?
I don't want to hear it.
Maybe his name was like
Joseph.
Jack or
Jack or James, maybe.
Or was it
Uh,
Joe?
Joe. That's
Joe
Joe
Burrow.
Burrow,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's his name.
That's
Yeah.
the guy.
Yeah.
Probably working out at Cincinnati McDonald's right now.
Probably.
Skyline Chili.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a skyline in downtown Cincinnati right
Wearing his LSU jersey so people think he's cool.
Yeah.
Back when he was still good.
Michigan.
I'm
Yeah.
Michigan.
But anyway, I mean,
Yeah.
Washington is not looking like they're gonna do anything good next year. And I mean, arguably, it could be the same thing with Bama because now we see, I know, going
Right.
into these transfer portal,
I know everyone.
and Saban leaving.
Yeah.
Saban
left, and they
retires.
lost everybody.
Like minutes later, a 5-star prospect like instantly decommits.
Yeah. What was it we were looking at a minute ago? It was like 27 people. that
Yeah,
committed
like 27
or
people
left
or were transferring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, I saw something a minute ago that was something about like Bama fans that were born in the 2000s or like trust fund babies. Like they've never actually experienced some hard times.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, they're gonna experience a bad season where
Yeah, I can
Bama
easily-
will still make a bowl game, and that's good for most schools.
Yeah. I could see them going like 8-4 next year.
Hey, well, the
That'd be interesting to
12 team
see.
playoff next year, they could still make the playoffs.
Yeah, but
If
8
they have a
of
good
it.
season.
Yeah, but
If they go like
If they
10-2.
lose 2 games, yeah.
lose 2 games, probably out of it.
I
They
just-
got a great coach. I don't understand why everybody's leaving. Like,
yeah, like Caleb
doesn't make any
Bauer
sense to
is
me.
coming off of like a national championship
Yeah,
runner-up.
that's
like,
the best coach you could have gotten. He's a winner. He's like
Yeah.
113 and like 15 all time.
Yeah.
And,
But also, it's just not Nick
it's not
Saban.
Saban. Yeah,
Caleb
Like a lot of
Bauer-
those guys are committing for Nick Saban,
Oh, yeah.
and it's showing
I
right
mean, it's
now.
very clear. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Bauer story is crazy. This dude like graduated college and then got like was like the assistant offensive coordinator of some like random high school.
Because of the school he went to.
Oh yeah, and then he became
Yeah.
the head coach. Then he got hired by like Fresno State, was their offensive coordinator. Got droned by I don't know if he got droned. I don't know if he beat him or well, but I know he played Alabama. And then he left for what team was he before Washington? Like Arkansas.
He went to be a head coach at some
Fresno.
E3 or something.
Yes.
It wasn't Fresno. It was a low
Yeah.
low level.
Then he went to
team,
Fresno.
Yeah.
And then he
And he
went to
went to
Washington.
Washington.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's won everywhere he's gone. So they're not getting a bad coach at all. But
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not going to give him the opportunity to be good, then what's the point?
Yeah, for sure. Which I mean, I still feel like they'll find a way to get some guys. They just aren't going to be that Alabama team that we're
Yeah.
used to seeing. Sorry, Owen. But
Yeah. Owen's crying into his pillow right now. But yeah. It is what it is. So they're gonna experience pain for the first time. It'll be interesting to see how many like bandwagon fans like.
Oh.
No offense, but you know,
Yeah.
you're a bandwagon. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's be interesting to see how many of them like fall by the wayside.
Oh, and just
If they can't fill a stadium, if they'll lose 2 games and can't fill the stadium anymore.
yeah, all of a sudden they're Ohio State fans or something.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Because I mean, even Michigan could be going way down. They're losing a
Yeah,
lot.
right. They're losing
Harvey
maybe even their
declared,
head
Warren
coach.
declared.
Yeah,
Yeah.
their whole
Harbaugh's
defense. is-
interviewing with like every team in the league needs a head coach
Right.
right now. I mean the Charter they just fulfilled the rule.
I mean, honestly, the
So,
complete Final Four, except for Texas, is just looking like they are falling off after
did
this year.
yours? I don't know.
Yours is going back.
I don't know.
Yeah, yours is going back.
That's such a dumb decision.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you're just gonna like.
I bet he's gonna get hurt this year, and
And
Arch
Arch
is gonna
comes
go
in.
in.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
can see that. But
The
Tex-
perfect
Te-
plot.
honestly, Texas not forcing this dude to transfer out is because I feel like
Look, I think he and Arch have a good relationship. So I think
They
it's
definitely do. I'm pretty sure they
Yeah.
like share rooms at every hotel they go to
Yeah,
for away
nice.
games.
And Arch, he's like learning from it and everything, and I think he's following in the footsteps of with Peyton and Eli. They sat behind guys for a couple of years. didn't
yeah, I
they?
think so.
So I think he's trying to adopt that mentality, which is kind of an old school mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I feel like we talked about this before, but him
We did.
saying like he wants to like be the typical freshman, shove to lockers and stuff.
Yeah,
carrying
right.
everyone's
Like
stuff.
carrying everybody's bags.
Yeah. I mean,
Which,
that's
I mean, the typical freshman's not a multi-millionaire.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
Anyway,
One reason why NIL sucks.
yeah, it is pretty obnoxious at this point.
I know it's not on our schedule, but there is some other college football news that I just remembered. The EA Sports college football game.
Yes,
Yes.
July.
July 12th.
Yeah, we all sat
We
there
watched the
watching
national
Yeah,
championship.
watching the Natty
like,
at the
watching the
halftime.
commercials, trying to get the like, trying to
Exactly.
get the game, and it, like
And then the guy who reported it at the end was like, I never said explicitly that it was definitely going to happen. I was like, yeah, you told everybody that.
Yeah,
You
everybody
saw it.
was
if you
expecting
tweet
that.
that out, you should be right, or we're coming.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I've seen TikToks everywhere saying me sitting there watching, expecting
Yeah.
for it to.
It's like that
Be
video
an
of George
athlete.
Pickens watching
Yeah.
the draft.
Yeah,
with like the shiesty on it.
but I mean, I am glad we know a final date, and I'm
Yeah.
super. I know we're all super excited for that,
right.
for
It'll
sure.
either be the 12th or the 19th because EA tends to drop their games on Fridays.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know why I know that, but like They tend like
I think
developers
they
tend
do
to drop
that,
stuff
yeah.
on Fridays nowadays.
Yeah, just because like kids are going to get it right after school, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, kind of speaking of George Pickens, he had a lot to say about the refs in the game the other day. For him, he said
Blah, blah,
it's hard to
blah.
play against the Bills and the refs.
Yeah.
Something like that. He's like ref. Like you
Yeah.
shut up.
Like yeah,
Maybe
he
if you
had
like
0 targets.
maybe if you didn't get like 0 receiving yards.
He had 1 or 2 catches, I think, but he didn't do enough. So anyway,
Yeah.
I thought that was funny. Because I mean, like he's so tough and macho and everything, and then
Sorry,
he goes and
fights.
complains about the refs.
Yeah.
It's terrible,
The Steelers, man, such a weird team.
right? Like they always do just good enough
Just
to make the playoffs.
They
or
haven't
get
won.
close.
They haven't won a playoff game since 2017.
Right. I think it was like Mitch was the first one. Not Mitch. It was Mason Rudolph was the first quarterback since Ben Roethlisberger to ever start a playoff game for them.
Yeah, because when Roethlisberger got injured and they shut Rudolph that whole year, they went like 6-11 or like something.
No, they won. They won. They had a winning season because Tomlin's never had a losing
Oh
season.
yeah, I forgot about that.
But they just didn't make the playoffs.
I was thinking Aaron Rodgers and Packers when they started. Who was that guy they started? Like Jason Huntley or something?
I don't even know. I don't
In
know.
like
Yeah.
2018, 19? Something like
Yeah.
that.
Anyways, I guess moving on to the playoff stuff. You want to talk about last week?
Yeah.
CJ Stroud is
Oh
a
my gosh.
beast.
CJ Stroud is him.
CJ Stroud, Jordan Love, both absolute dogs.
I mean,
I did not
that's-
expect. Okay, I expected the Cowboys to like not make the Super Bowl, but although I feel like
Okay, but also the Cowboys. How on earth? And they're saying that they're sticking with.
Jared.
Their
All
coach.
right, this dude. I know he went 12-5. What do you do? Regular season champions.
But he's never
Yeah,
he's
he
never
can't
proven
win.
to be a winner in the playoffs.
He can't
He
win
doesn't
in
do
the
it each
playoffs.
day.
This dude keeps
Yeah.
choking.
Like anybody can win in the regular season, dude. It's like you have to win these games.
Right.
Like eventually you're gonna have to.
It doesn't matter if you make it to the playoffs if
Yeah.
you can't do it.
Oh,
on
yeah,
the day.
like,
If you
there's-
can't move on, there's no
Yeah,
point
I
in
mean, if
making
you're
the
going to go
playoffs.
down 21 points in the first half,
I mean, God, it was
I mean,
awful to watch.
Jordan Love, which no disrespect on his name, but when you have Micah
Dude.
Parsons getting like 0 pressures,
right?
yeah, I mean he got his
I
first,
mean,
he got his
defenses are
first
kind of
holding
locking him up this
Still.
year. Like, either they're just not throwing flags on him, like he says nobody's throwing flags for him.
Which
And
they're
maybe
not.
that's true.
I think someone
But
was
he's
counting
also
it.
just not doing anything. Like,
Yeah.
He's getting clamped up.
I think someone was counting it. There was like 50 plus holding penalties.
But it's like
Not
he's nowhere
called.
near the play because he's getting
Yeah.
double teamed like off in the distance and nobody's paying attention to it.
Which
Yeah.
that is also a testament to how good he is.
Right.
That's
yeah.
true.
And like I mean, if you can still get sacks and pressures when they're shoving this guy like Michael Orr to the sidelines to the buses
Yeah.
and stuff.
It's just like for me, there's zero excuse that this team
They
should
scored
not be in the
37
playoffs.
points a game at home.
That's what
I'm
They have Dak Prescott, who is a really good quarterback. He played amazing this year
In the regular season.
in the regular season, I should say. But and then you have CeeDee Lamb. You have Jake
Yeah.
Ferguson, your defense, Deron Bland, who has the most pick sixes there ever. You have Trayvon Diggs, who was hurt, but
Yeah.
you have Micah Parsons. You have DeMarcus Lawrence.
But
But
like,
Like,
this
you-
was the
I
year
mean,
to do
yeah.
it though
This is the
because
year, yeah.
now you got to pay everybody.
yeah, oh yeah,
So
And that's not even talking about like Tony Pollard and
yeah, oh
CJ,
totally, yeah,
Michael Gallup.
I mean, your team is full of superstars.
yeah.
And you still
I
choke.
mean, I don't even, I don't understand.
I mean, Brandon Cooks is there too, isn't he?
Yeah,
yeah,
Brandon
he's,
Cooks
yeah,
is good.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't expect much out of him, but he was like flying around getting like
Yeah.
he was a really good like sleeper fancy guy. During the
Yeah,
game.
Sneaky guy. Yeah.
real
That's
No.
my favorite word. No. Anyway, yeah. What other games were there this last weekend? Oh, we saw the Lions finally win a playoff. game.
Yes,
go.
I love the
There you go.
Lions.
Yeah.
Jared
Everything-
Goff,
I hate what they did to Matt Stafford though. That's terrible.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like I think do you see
Ruin
that?
his kids, like
that's
it's
wild.
terrible.
I saw this one highlight. Tyler Higbee is like towards ACL and MCL, but there was I think Stafford was mic'd up during that game, and when Kirby Joseph hit him low and towards ACL, MCL, Stafford ran up to him. He was like, "Good get hit, bro, but you're a dirty A
No,
player."
that was this
yeah.
last game.
Yeah, that was his last.
Oh wait, Higby towards ACL last game?
Yeah.
Oh god, I thought that was during the
No,
regular
that was
season.
last game. That was like
Why did I not think
last
Higby had
Sunday.
played his whole year? But yeah, he went up and told him
Yeah.
that. Yeah, he told him you're a dirty player. I saw that.
And then Kirby Joseph was like, "Okay, and I'm just like, what do you mean, okay, and?"
Like, yeah, you just ended that dude's career probably because he's
Yeah, he's
like older
he's-
and
yeah.
tight end. Yeah, you might have just finished him. So
Yeah.
that's
Speaking
pretty
of
terrible.
injuries, I keep thinking, like, when I just think of the Browns, I just think of like how can Nick Chubb bounce back from this? Because
He already did it. He already did it in college.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, yeah,
The
but that's
same
when
thing.
that's
At
when he was
Georgia.
like 20 years old. He's a 26, 27-year-old like running back
Look, we're talking about like obviously running backs have a shorter lifespan, but
nowadays.
I mean, come on, he's still 20. Like in his 20s, like
Yeah,
that's pretty young,
Yeah.
especially for somebody who can squat 600 pounds.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's true.
I don't think you're looking at the end of his career.
No, I don't either. I feel like he's
I love
gonna have a
Nick Chubb.
great year next year.
If nothing else, he's a
Yeah.
good locker room guy.
Yeah, oh,
Because,
for
I mean,
sure.
the team
Yeah.
loves him. So,
I, mean,
that's
I
what
feel
they
like
call
everybody
him.
would. I feel like he might be like the
The most loved
least-
guy in the
right.
NFL.
yeah, definitely the least hated at least.
I
Yeah.
remember seeing this one thing where this dude bought a PlayStation 5 and added all of his friends, like all of his teammates as friends, and all he used the PS5 for was to get on and tell his teammates to go to bed on game days.
Nice.
He bought a PS5 just to tell his teammates to go to bed.
Like in high school?
No, in NFL.
Oh wait, yeah.
What?
In the
PS5.
NFL, this dude bought a PlayStation,
Are you serious?
added all his friends,
That's
all his
crazy.
teammates as friends, just told them to go to bed at 12 o'clock at night.
Wow.
Hmm.
I mean, that's a good team leader.
Yeah, I respect it.
Joe Flacco was already asleep. But
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Now
He was
on
gone a few
sidelines.
hours
Yeah.
ago.
He's sleeping for good now.
Yeah.
You can't handle that pressure.
He joked under
Yeah.
the lights.
He's two
I hate
pieces
it
in a
for him,
row.
man.
Yeah.
But oh my god, did y'all see that? Their defensive coordinator. I watched the TikTok.
It was
He had-
that was their coach. That was Nick Ryan.
Yeah. No,
He was talking to Christian Harris.
He
He
went
was like-
right up to him and told him exactly what was
Yeah,
coming.
he was like, "This play happened. You're gonna go in this hook zone. You're gonna pick that ball off. You're gonna take the end zone. You're gonna
I
score."
love
and it
watching that.
literally just happened. I
Yeah.
saw it on TikTok. It was crazy.
I love watching
literally,
that stuff happen. Like where you know the guy just picks it all out. Like somebody
Yeah.
who knows the game that well.
like that is
Like when a
crazy.
quarterback
Like
calls an
Kuechly?
audible and like goes through it and everything. I love that.
Like
Yeah.
Luke Kuechly was one of those.
Yeah,
guys.
or when
Oh.
Cam Newton, when the guy like called out Cam Newton's
There's that
play,
wheel route.
Yeah, and he's
Yeah.
still, oh, you've
Still
been watching
scored.
film,
Yeah.
huh? Yeah.
Like
Watch
they still
this.
scored, but yeah.
Watch this. It was Clay Matthews, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Clay Matthews.
God, Clay Matthews.
It was a wheel route to McCaffrey.
Man,
Yeah.
we really did
And
not
then he ran like an angle,
Yeah.
didn't he?
Yeah.
We did not appreciate like Kuechly, Clay Matthews, all those guys. enough.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
For sure.
We should have appreciated that generation more.
I know.
Brian
Man.
Christian could have been something if he wasn't on them PEDs, but
Yeah, JJ Watt.
that picture of like both JJ Watt and Brian Christian with like the blood on their nose is still like
So
iconic.
tough.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. What was the other game?
Lions, yeah, we already
Lions.
That.
Oh, Bucks.
Texans,
Bucks.
Yes.
Bucks,
Oh my God.
Eagles.
Baker
The Bucks.
Mayfield.
Downfall
Yeah.
of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh my god, I saw a video of him on TikTok. He was smelling,
Yes.
using the
Yeah,
smelling
smelling
salts
salts.
before the game.
Yeah,
I
he
was,
pulls his helmet out and goes.
yeah, it looked like he was pumped up for the game.
Baker Mayfield.
No.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
walking out of the tunnel going. And my
Yeah.
dad pointed it out to me. He was like, "Yeah, the dude's like tweaking over there." Yeah, that was hilarious. But
Yeah.
yeah, he went out there and played like it.
He's a
Oh yeah, for sure.
And he had a bum ankle and ribs, right?
Yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
he went out there and
after
balled.
the season, but
Regardless.
I still remember him at Oklahoma going up to those the Kansas people
Yeah, I
at the
remember
captains, and the little kids wouldn't shake his hand.
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah, the kids. Man, that's funny.
I remember when he was at Oklahoma, he'd always run to the logo and slam the flag.
Yeah,
down.
slam the flag. Yeah.
And then he got sacked by
Flip
Nick
people the bird
Bosa. He
and
got
everything.
sacked by Nick Bosa when Nick Bosa was a rookie.
Yeah, he was-
he just
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, Baker. Yeah, that was impressive. And what happened to the Eagles' defense though?
Oh my
They're
goodness.
terrible right
Uh,
now.
Like
It's
James
awful.
Bradbury is cooked.
Yeah.
Like Jalen Hurts didn't even have that awful of a game.
No,
it was
he
just
had
his,
250 yards, only 10 incompletions, and a touchdown.
Yeah.
it was just
You
his
see, the
defense,
Buccaneers
man.
stopped the tush push.
I know.
I don't
That
know
was
how that's
oh my god. I was
Vita
like,
Vea, oh my god.
Jason Kelsey has been like, I'm not gonna try it right now.
yeah.
But Jason Kelsey is how that thing like happens.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jason
Yeah,
Kelsey,
speaking of,
man,
yeah.
hearing him retire, I mean that's
Well, maybe not. He
Why
went on
not?
the he went
Maybe
on the
not,
podcast,
yeah.
talked about how he hasn't announced it yet. Probably just gonna pull a Tom Brady and announce it by himself. 'Cause
yeah.
Adam Schefter. Well, speaking of Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport might not be coming back soon
Oh really?
because
What?
the NFL's thinking of like buying out ESPN
Oh wow.
and
Wait,
Yeah.
buying out the entire ESPN.
that's what I heard.
What?
And they already have Schefter as the
Right.
ESPN's guy, so they're thinking of letting Rappaport go.
Wow.
What?
That's crazy.
He'll probably get Bleacher Report. He'll still be an insider, but he won't be
Yeah.
like the NFL's top guy, which is
No.
lame because like Schefter is such an awful guy. Honestly, like he is.
I mean, he knows everything.
He-
though.
yeah,
So
Schefter-
that's why people hate him
yeah,
so much.
but like the dude, like
They hate him because he's good at his job.
yeah,
Yeah.
He reports on people's retirements. He's over here like reporting on Dwayne Haskins' death,
Right,
calling
right.
it trash. I'm like, what?
I mean, he's not very. I don't know how to say it really, but like he's not the nicest guy, but he's really
Yeah.
good at what he does.
He's really
Yeah.
good at what he does.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, Jason. I don't know. I don't think he'll go out a season like this. Where he
No?
kind of, we're like, I mean, he's a leader, and he kind of lost the locker room. I don't know if he lost it,
Well,
but
I feel like Nick Sirianni is.
yeah,
not
the team
managing
wasn't where it was supposed to be.
AJ Brown's
Jason
committing with
Kelsey,
everyone.
Jason Kelsey's never, his mentality never wavered. He was still the dog.
Yeah.
So can't really put that on him at all.
I still remember Sirianni going out of the Chiefs Stadium
Yeah.
like cussing fans out.
And then he
like,
went 2-6 after
yeah,
that.
like come on, man.
And where are the Chiefs now? Next round.
You know,
We have to talk about the Chiefs game.
Oh yeah, the
Now,
Chiefs.
Yeah, so Tua cannot handle any of the lights.
Okay, to be fair.
Okay, to be fair, it was
negative
actually
35
freezing.
degrees.
Did y'all see Patrick Mahomes'
His
helmet just
broke.
cracked?
It was so cold his helmet cracked.
Yeah, literally. I thought it was paint at first, and then they zoomed
Right,
in. It was literally
yeah,
like,
it's actually shattered.
yeah, like carbon fiber.
Carbon fiber is like sticking out.
Mm-hmm.
They-
So
they-
he's fine for now, but eventually he's gonna get that CTE. He might already have it though. I mean, putting up with Brittany. Is that her name?
Not Jason. Jackson.
Jackson, yeah.
Probably already got
No
it.
offense to them, but they are crazy.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
Brittany, I think Brittany's warmed up now.
Yeah,
She's, like,
kind
calming down.
of. She's not
But
as.
Jackson,
into, like-
I think you know when Mahomes sat him down for that whole meeting?
Yeah,
Jackson
right.
took it a little too seriously because I haven't heard a single.
I
I haven't heard
about him.
anything on him in like a year. I loved it.
But low-key, Brittany was kind of like smart, aligning herself with Taylor Swift. You know, like that was kind of smart on her part. Like keep herself.
All
out of the
fans
light.
like
yeah.
fans like her now.
Yeah,
all
that is
the
true.
Crazy
All the
Taylor
fake
Swift
fans, but
I don't know about fake fans.
okay, they can probably only name tight end on a football field just because.
Just because it's Taylor's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's Taylor's boyfriend.
Speaking of, did you guys see him? He dropped like 3 passes the other day.
He's been
What's
so
going on
bad.
with him?
Oh, okay. I don't know if it's just a coincidence, but ever since he started dealing with Taylor Swift, he's been kind of
That's what
bad.
everybody says, but I don't know. He also got hurt at the beginning of the year and wasn't 100% going in, so that may be an issue. And then he has had to take a lot of the.
Yeah, because he has no receiver
yeah.
help. Like when Tyreek,
teams are giving him a ton of respect. Like, this is his first non-1,000-yard season because he's getting triple teamed because they don't have to mark the receivers.
Mm-hmm.
So he's getting his respect. I think that's part of the problem. When he gets in space, it's harder for him to like think about, I can just catch this and run because he's worried about getting hit.
I mean, you think about the Chiefs with another star receiver, they could be like something really special. I mean, you have Rashee Rice, but like if you had another guy like him or
if
like
they
a
could
dude
grab,
a little
like,
better than him.
If they have Rashee Rice, who's like really like if they could grab a jump ball guy like Keon Coleman out
They
of
got
there,
T. Isn't T leaving? T. Higgins?
Maybe not. I think Jamar was talking about in an interview how he wants T. Higgins to get paid. Joe said he wants T. Higgins to get paid. Like they're talking
him getting paid would not be at the Bengals. They don't have the cap for that.
Because
Jamar is not going to take that
the Bengals
hit.
have the cap.
Jamar is not going to take that kind of hit.
The Bengals, no, Jamar's gonna get paid, but people say the Bengals have no cap room. They have the second most cap room in the NFL right now.
They're about to have to pay a bunch of people.
I'm not
That's
sure.
what I'm saying.
Maybe the Patriots.
Well, Jesus, because they have no players.
Yeah, true, but
I'm pretty sure they put fans.
the Bengals have more than enough money to pay. Well, may they not have enough money to pay anyone else? Maybe not.
Yeah, do they want to spend it all on their receivers when Joe keeps getting hurt?
I mean, see, the philosophy of the NFL is changing too now is pay offense and draft defense. You're seeing it a lot where like defense, you're starting to see more edge rushers go first overall, like Trayvon Walker. Starting to see like Devin Clowney, stuff like that. Like defensive players are like corners going number 3 and 4, like Stingley and Sauce. Stingley is playing really great.
Really
I kind of wrote him off earlier.
He's
like,
that anchor on the Texans defense.
Yeah, him and Steven Nelson.
Right.
But the defense is starting to be more of a draft, plug and play, let him go, draft again.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I don't know that the Bengals will pay. I mean, maybe
hopefully-
they can.
I think they.
It doesn't seem like good
they have
business.
other options.
It really doesn't seem like good business.
The 2 rookie receivers they have, which I know I love talking about.
Right.
Andre Yossi Vosh and Charlie
Yossi
Jones.
Vosh.
Yossi Vosh is gonna step in if T. Higgins leaves, but Charlie Jones is gonna.
And
battle
they probably can draft a wide receiver because this is the best wide receiver draft class we've had
in like
years.
at least
for sure.
decade.
It's been, since whenever. What was the draft with like Julio Jones? They had a bunch.
That was 2011. Julio, AJ Green was in there. Antonio Brown, I think, was in there.
Yeah, they had a bunch of good ones in that one, so it's the best one since then.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, they weren't even that huge prospects. I mean, didn't Antonio Brown go to like Central Michigan or something?
I think so. He went like in the 6th round.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess that's kind of what we have now. Like, there's a bunch of decent receivers that are going to go late.
Puka, especially.
Puka, wow, he's been incredible this year.
I know, I love
Breaking
Puka.
records and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had.
I'm glad they let him stay in to break those for sure.
He had 182 yards in the playoff game the other day.
Wow.
On 9 catches. He absolutely cooked somebody. I forget who it was, but absolutely torched him on a route. I just did a little hezzy and went and had him by like 10 yards.
That's the easiest way to cook.
In for the touchdown.
If they fall for it, like
Right, if they bite, and if they don't, just keep going with that route. You can
Yeah.
pull something over the middle. So, yeah. I think that's all the playoff games.
I think
Yeah.
so. Unless we're missing some obvious one.
So we got Green Bay, we got
Green
the
Bay,
Lions, the Bucks, the Chiefs.
We did
the
the
Bills.
Bills.
Steelers, we did that one. Did we get everything?
There's one
The
more.
Niners got to buy.
Browns.
We did the Browns.
No, we did the
We
Browns.
did the Browns. Yeah.
And the Ravens going to buy.
Is that
There was one more because
there were 6 of them. I
Yeah.
was blanking on who it was. Probably some obscure one.
Okay, well, let's think. We got
The-
Chiefs, Bills. We got Niners, Packers. We got Texans, Ravens.
Yeah. And we're missing one whole game.
Are we not counting the Cowboys one?
Oh, and then we got Bucks, Lions. No, we got all of them.
We did? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Guess we did. Anyway. Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, okay, we got it.
Yeah.
I think we got everything. If not,
Yeah, let's
then-
talk about what we think for the games coming up then. So, start Bills Chiefs. What do you think?
I think I'm going Bills.
I'm going Chiefs.
Really?
Yeah, I think
I don't know.
Mahomes is going to
Spread.
clutch up.
I don't know. In Bills Mafia though, I mean the Bills have already beat them this year.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you look-
Mahomes has
yeah.
never lost in the divisional round. 6-0.
True. But you look back at Bills Mafia in the snow. The Bengals played Bills Mafia in the snow last year and beat them 31-14. Josh Allen threw for 89
Back when
yards.
Joe Burrow was still a good quarterback.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
hold on. I think my phone's blowing up. Something might be happening.
He's a very important guy.
Y'all can keep talking. No, nothing happened.
Alright.
Okay. Back to what you were saying.
You can keep your phone out. Like,
No, well, I need to turn my notifications off.
okay.
It's
Alright.
not blowing up.
Anyways, yeah. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. I think
I just think as long as
Josh
Josh
Allen,
Allen plays good,
Yeah.
then
If Josh
Bills
Allen
win.
plays-
Josh Allen
like
does what
that.
he did last week where he doesn't turn the ball over. That's
Yeah.
the key to that.
Oh, yeah, for
That
sure.
56-yard rushing touchdown he
Oh my
had
gosh,
with
that was
the
crazy.
fake
Yeah.
slide.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a fake slide.
That was a fake slide. If you see it from the front angle, it was definitely a fake slide.
Yeah.
Like
From
he
the
dropped
side-
the
that side
knee.
view.
Yeah.
I'll never forget
Fake
that
slide.
Kenny
The
Pickett
Kenny
at
Pickett fake slide
UCLA.
was crazy.
And then he's scored
Even
off
if he's
of
a
it.
complete bust in the NFL,
Only
which
highlight
like
Kenny Pickett's
trending
career.
that way.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's still impressive. He
Yeah.
made up a whole.
Mike
league.
Tomlin said in an interview today, he said that the Steelers starting quarterback next year is on the roster. But see, that doesn't mean
Yeah, it doesn't mean.
that doesn't
necessarily-
mean they don't draft a quarterback. Maybe
Yeah.
Mason Rudolph or Kenny Pickett will start week 1, and then Bo Nix is thrown in there.
Yeah.
He's got to trade one of them.
Yeah. Some of the guys. Speaking of quarterbacks in trade, I think I would love the Bengals to trade Jake Browning.
Yeah.
I mean, I know good backup quarterback, kind of injury prone quarterback, but
I
if we
mean,
get some draft
if you
capital,
get him a good offseason, Joe will be fine.
yeah, just
All serious.
cover him in bubble wrap and let him stay home and play Madden all day. Just
Yeah, right.
don't let this dude go outside.
Yeah.
And then so-
light cardio, like elliptical or,
Yeah.
or stationary bike, something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So then on the same side, you got Texans, Ravens.
Texans Ravens.
I love both teams to win,
I
honestly.
do too.
But I think the Ravens will come out with this one.
I think the Ravens will win, but I want the Texans to win.
Yeah. That's
I mean,
that's pretty much the
what
same
I
thing.
really want to see is Texans versus Packers in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that'd be
Two
great.
young, exciting quarterbacks. But I mean, I don't think there's any quarterback that's still in that's not kind of exciting.
Yeah.
You know,
Jared Goff, that'd be cool.
Jared Goff's okay, and it would be a good story because the Lions would.
I mean, Baker Mayfield would be
Baker
amazing.
Mayfield, yeah. Oh my
Crazy
gosh.
story.
Brock
Baker
Purdy.
Mayfield, they're like just doing the interviews for Baker at Super Bowl week.
That would be hilarious.
Didn't you see him beefing with Gardner Johnson?
Yeah, he was like
Yeah.
talking about him.
Well, Gardner Johnson was like, "Yeah, Russell Gage is awesome, but we got him locked up." It's like, "Yeah, Russell Gage hasn't played this year." So,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, so then we flip sides. We go Packers, Niners.
Niners gonna sweep them, to be
I
honest.
think so.
Being
too.
completely realistic,
I
Niners
don't
are
think
going
so.
to just. Well, we haven't watched.
Look, it's
half
going to be a
of
high
these
scoring game. It's going to be a high scoring game.
Unless it's not. Unless,
Yes, it
unless
is.
Jordan Love.
Jordan Love has
look.
proven he can do the pressure though.
Yeah.
Like he can handle pressure coming at him. I mean
I
they
don't know,
have
this
4
defense-
like all stars on this. Not all star, but anyway.
This is like
Four
a
great
whole
players.
different level of defense, though.
Yeah.
But their secondary is not that incredible.
True.
Their front guys are good, but their
Yeah.
secondary is also good. It's just not that good. I mean, it's not the best in the league, which their front guys are. So
Mhm.
So 2-1, and then finally we got Bucks Lions, which I think is going
That's
to be a
gonna be a
really
great
good
game.
game.
Two like the grittiest teams in the league.
Honestly,
Or at least like the grittiest. I don't know. It's more like Baker Mayfield versus Dan Campbell, but
to be honest, yeah.
Yeah.
Todd Bowles has not done much to be an actual coach.
he's a good defensive guy.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Offensively, they're kind of just letting Baker run the show.
yeah. Which I mean, if it ain't broke,
They'll
Well,
figure it-
fix it.
yeah.
I mean, they were the best team in a horrible division, but it's still the best team.
Yep.
So anyway, they've proven they can win those tough games. They pretty much dismantled the Eagles in every way imaginable. So if Baker could do that hurt, maybe he's gotten some rest this week and can go out there and do it again. So
Let's hope so.
all right, let's talk players that might be leaving. Derrick Henry
He's
spent like
definitely.
20
Definitely.
minutes
He's
apologizing to everybody that he was
Yeah.
leaving. So.
Yeah, I would hope.
I would think he's-
I hope he's
Yeah,
there.
imagine like coming back and doing like, yeah, I still love you guys, but yeah.
But yeah, I
Anyway,
think a few teams he'd be suited with. I think maybe
The Ravens.
The Ravens that would be a nightmare.
oh, that'd be
Uh,
crazy.
I think the Dolphins that'd be cool.
Oh,
If they,
but I don't know if they do
if they,
that.
No.
if Raheem Mostert,
No, I think Mostert
Oh,
and
yeah.
A-Chain are still
They got Mostert and A-Chain, so I don't. Yeah, the Ravens would be absolutely crazy. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry in the
Texans.
backfield would be
Hear me
so
out.
filled.
The
well,
Texans.
they already have Damian Pierce as their power.
Yeah, but Damian
Yeah,
Pierce
Damian
isn't
Pierce,
Derrick
you can
Henry.
just throw it to him.
True.
Put him out of screen.
Oh, I like that too.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud and Derrick Henry.
Imagine Derrick Henry on the Jets with Brees Hall as like a.
You know, they would do that.
No,
Brees
they
Hall,
aren't gonna do that to
Brees Hall said he's going to be
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brees
a
said he's
Pro
going for
Bowler,
2K
so I
next
believe
year,
that he
yeah.
is.
Maybe the Vikings.
The Viking. Yeah, with Kirk.
If they don't pay
You got Jay
Kirk,
Jettis.
they don't pay
I saw
Kirk.
something that said the Vikings are going to try to get Russ. They've already approached him, which doesn't make any sense to me. Why you wouldn't?
Because
pay
Kirk was doing good before he
Kirk
got
is. I mean, Kirk and Russ.
They're kind of-
basically.
Yeah.
I mean, if you let Russ cook, I don't want to say like that, but if you kind of open Russ up a little bit, because like
Yeah.
they kind of had a pitch clock on him in Denver. I feel
Yeah.
like. He was
Yeah.
always like 17 for 27,
Yeah.
and I don't know, but yeah,
At least
I-
back then he was getting his
Russ
job.
is gonna go.
I've heard Steelers.
Oh, that would be good.
That'd be cool.
I like
Yeah.
that. Some young
I've
receivers.
heard Falcons.
The Falcons need a
Falcons,
quarterback.
maybe.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Rudy, but
Yeah.
They need a better quarterback
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
Russell Wilson. Justin Fields, I've heard a lot of.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've been kind of
Yeah,
calling
well, I heard
out
that from
now.
do we think Justin Fields is going to leave? Do they think they get rid?
Absolutely.
So you think they're getting rid of him?
I've heard reports like that around the league. The consensus is Fields is gone. They're taking Caleb Williams.
Okay, but listen, if they get rid of Fields, then that means they're taking Williams, right?
Yeah.
So then you're leaving Marvin Harrison to go to a different team. I feel like he's a generational wide
Yeah, but
receiver.
Caleb Williams is also
Look.
a generational quarterback.
What I will say is there's a lot of receivers that are on the end of their contract right now, and it's a high receiver stock draft. So
Yeah,
you get a
so-
receiver late and get Caleb Williams. You don't have to pay him as much as you got to
And
pay
it's
him
not
for
even really
Fields.
late. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like the 8th or 9th pick.
Yeah,
isn't
they
it?
have the
Yeah.
first
So, I mean,
and
you
the
get-
eighth and the ninth.
Yeah.
You get Caleb Williams and Odunze, or maybe even go like sleeper pick, take Michael Penix first overall and get Odunze, so then you already have the chemistry.
What are you
Oh.
talking about?
Yeah.
Why would they ever
Come
take
on.
Mike?
But that
Come on.
Kim though,
Come on.
that Kim
That
though,
would be nice.
Or they just trade down, take Roman Dunsey at 9, then get Penix at like 28.
Penix is not going 28.
Penix, am I
He
not?
is going top 10.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
I don't know.
He's
No.
going top 10.
No.
Bo Nix is pulling a Will Levis and going 40th. And yeah, that's the end of the story.
Penix.
Where's Jaden Daniels going?
Jaden's
Saints.
top third.
I want him to go to the
Third.
Saints, dude.
Third?
Third overall.
No.
Yes.
No.
That is the general
Dude,
league.
Penix will
That is
go
the league
before-
consensus that Jaden
Who has the
Daniels-
third
No
pick?
way.
It's
The Patriots.
Oh,
That is
I saw,
I don't
I
see
saw
it,
Marvin
man.
Harrison going there.
the amount of like.
Oh,
in-
Wait.
Who has the
With
second
different coaches at the Patriots, I could actually
True.
kind of see Jaden Daniels.
The
yeah.
amount of like NFL
Yeah.
analysts and scout Dan Brugler, Jalen Jeremiah have consistently mocked 3 quarterbacks going top 3. Bears getting Williams, Commanders getting May,
The
and
Commanders. Oh, if the Commanders go UNC quarterback again.
hey, don't scout the helmet, scout the player.
I'm
See-
scouting the organization that has formed that player and formed 2 dumpster fires so
Yeah.
far.
I mean, you're not wrong,
I
but
mean,
Sam Howell wasn't that bad. He,
I mean,
in week 10, he was like leading the league in passing yards.
yeah, and interceptions.
Yeah.
I mean, well, he was right behind Josh Allen, but
Yeah.
who's playing better?
Never's like, the thing with scouting the helmet is it leads to these unnecessary, like, grudges against players. Like, I mean, I understand Dwayne Haskins, RP, and, like, Justin Fields weren't very good, but CJ Stroud is really good. So
CJ Stroud's really good, and Justin Fields is not that bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if I'm
Like,
the
just
Bears,
because he hasn't developed yet.
if I'm the Bears, listen, I keep Justin Fields and I have 2 top 10 draft picks. You get
Two top 10
an amazing receiver in Marvin Harrison, and then you
your
can
goal
go.
line is already pretty good.
they could take a
Maybe
defense.
get some
You could take
defense.
defense.
Dallas Turner. You could go Nate
Yeah.
Wiggins if you want to.
Justin Fields is
That big old
manageable.
dude from Texas.
Who?
That like 380-pound dude. From
Like, you can't tell me Justin
That's
Fields.
Byron Murphy, right?
You cannot tell me Justin Fields is not manageable when you have those 2 picks, though.
Yeah, Justin Fields is a workable quarterback. For
That's
sure.
what I'm saying. If you have, then you're automatically getting Marvin Harrison. You have Marvin Harrison, DJ Moore. Then you
Yeah.
get somebody to help out your defense. Why
Do you
not?
want like a 30% chance that you have the best quarterback the league has ever seen, or do you want an 80% chance that you have a quarterback that's good enough to get you to the playoffs?
That's what
For the
I'm
first
saying.
time in a long time.
And you get the top receiver who could be generational,
Yeah.
and you get the draft defense. Who doesn't want to draft defense?
Especially when that was kind of your issue this year.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
if you gave Justin Fields enough time to sit down and think, he could actually figure things out.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
when it's taken 3 years to see if this dude, who is either injured or throwing ducks, is actually going to turn into a good quarterback, I think it's kind of time to just move on, right?
I disagree. I mean,
I do
there's
too.
several quarterbacks who have not been incredible their first couple seasons and were better their next year, and then the year after that they made that jump. I mean, you don't see it as much anymore because quarterbacks get benched after a while, but
Yeah.
I mean, Peyton Manning, he had an absolutely horrible rookie season, and then the next year was better, and eventually he was a top 10 quarterback.
Drew Brees
So, I mean-
is also a good example of that. You
Yeah.
just kind of made
Which I
him
know
a
it's not how
quarterback.
you do it anymore, but if the Bears are willing to do that, which they've already invested most of the time in doing that, do they really want to go through that same process with Williams?
True.
Which he is the most developed quarterback to come in the draft ever.
Okay, I don't know about that.
Yes.
Williams?
Williams, yes.
He might be good off structure, but this dude cannot stay in a clean pocket.
Yes, because he didn't have a clean pocket.
Whenever there was a clean pocket, he always abandoned it and got sacked.
Yeah, he always abandoned it and threw an absolute dot 60 yards off his back foot.
We can't really do that in the NFL. When
Says
every
who?
other athlete
Says
is.
who? Jordan Love's doing it right now.
All right.
Okay.
No opinion.
I think he's the most developed quarterback that has been in a draft in a while. I just do.
Arguments there.
Yeah.
Not
I
gonna say-
mean,
not gonna
Joe
say I
Burrow.
agree with
Joe Burrow was pretty developed, but still it took him a year. They were what
It's
4-12. They were what 4-12 his first year.
They were starting Hakeem Adeniji and
They were. What
On
was,
the-
what
on
was
the
their record
offensive
his
line.
rookie year? What was their record his rookie year?
4-11-1.
4-11-1.
With also a 13-5 touchdown interception ratio.
On
2,000
15
yards.
touchdowns.
On pace for 4,000 plus yards in the rookie season.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
a
taking the
touchdown,
Joe Burrow
dude.
slander. I'm not going to take it.
I just don't.
I'm not
think
gonna take it.
He was that incredible his rookie year.
Yeah, he was.
He wasn't incredible. He was. Pretty
Okay, but
good.
listen. Okay, so you're arguing that Joe Burrow is better than Caleb Williams as a
as
like,
a prospect.
Prospect, yes.
No,
You see
he had
Joe
a way
Burrow
better
go.
team.
Listen, you see Joe Burrow go in to Cincinnati. He's not making an immediate impact.
He did.
They
Not
went
making-
4-11.
He got
4
injured in
wins.
week 10. He threw 400 plus yards and 4 touchdowns against the
What was
Titans.
what was the record before he got injured?
I want to say 3 and 8-ish.
Okay, so he's having an awful like they're having an
3
awful
wins
season.
is not.
Wins is not a quarterback stat.
Okay,
Yes,
but
it is.
yes,
A quarterback,
it
if you're
is.
arguing that, then you should say that Justin Fields should stay there.
That's
How?
what I'm
The
saying.
dude's never on the field.
Caleb Williams is going to the Bears, dude. Do you think they have a great team?
If they improve, yes.
What? That's
All
saying
right, all right.
anybody. Like
Yeah.
what?
I don't know. I think he's a good quarterback. I think he doesn't need to go there though, because I think he still has. I mean, every rookie quarterback is gonna have to develop some.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that.
Anyway, I don't know. It'd be a steal for somebody else though if the Bears go with the receiver.
For sure.
So, oh, it'd be like the first receiver to go first in a while though, right?
The last one was Keyshawn Johnson of the Jets in the 90s, I think. Late 90s.
So usually not a receiver drafted first overall. So that'd
Yeah,
be
I also don't
pretty
think
impressive.
picking a receiver this draft first overall is a pretty smart decision.
You don't think it is or is?
Marvin
Absolutely
Harrison.
not. Trade down to like 3.
Right, you can get some late in the
Yeah.
rounds. Yeah.
Trade down to 4.
If
guy.
you really need a receiver, this is a draft you can get one.
Yeah.
Oh,
later.
for sure.
Yeah, I see
Like,
what you
even-
mean there.
Even players like Tez Johnson out of Oregon. I think this guy's name. He's
Yeah,
Like, could be a
he's
second
going
rounder.
back to Oregon.
Oh.
Yeah, I think.
Like,
Yeah,
anyway, like, who?
But I didn't see somebody driving or trading up for that first overall pick. I mean, I think Tepper is just stupid enough to try to get it back. And
pull a draft day.
Jeez, yeah. But I mean, I think there's several guys who would try to trade for that pick like they did last year.
Mm-hmm.
And if they do that, they get a more established receiver. So
Yeah.
That's true.
maybe some defensive guy too, and some later round picks where you can get some low level guys that will come in 2 or 3 years and be good.
Pieces that could develop into a starter.
Right. Yeah.
Well, even if you're saying that 1, 2, and 3 are all 3 quarterbacks, if you just trade back like a pick or 2,
True.
Yeah.
then you could still even possibly, like, if you didn't want
Because
Caleb Williams, you
think
could
the
still
jump,
get,
I think the
like,
jump from
crazy
Caleb
good
Williams
receivers.
to Drake May is huge.
Yeah.
It's not as huge as you think it is.
I think it is.
Well, actually, yeah. But,
I mean, Drake May, he's got to learn how to handle pressure a little better.
yeah.
So, I mean, that's just a rookie thing, though.
I know.
So, yeah.
You don't really see Drake May really suffering from pressure very much, do you?
I
The
mean,
dude's-
when he
the dude's
does,
accurate.
when he does,
He's
Did
on
you see him against
terrible.
Clemson?
Did you see him against
That's an
NC
outlier
State?
game, right?
And NC State and Clemson, he was horrible, and those are 2 good defenses. So if he plays against a good defense, which every defense in the NFL is decent.
Which, I mean, let's be honest, though, like,
Who
the
are his
offense
weapons?
would probably be better, but
Look, if he's sitting in the pocket for 4 seconds, then he's sacked. And that's when he thrived in college.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, and he doesn't have but 3 seconds probably in the pros.
Who are his weapons?
His weapons, I don't know, he had Josh Downs last year,
Last year.
and he played bad against good defenses. So I don't know who he had. Who did he have this year? He had a couple good guys. One guy that, I know there's a big controversy for a while about the fact that he couldn't play because of the NCAA rules. And then he finally got cleared and came in, and he was like he was a 4-star or something like that. But other than that,
I'm not
running backs were good.
There's running backs were good. Receivers might not have been, like, great.
Like,
No,
which is why
they're younger receivers.
Yeah.
We don't hear about them a lot right now because
Yeah.
we're thinking draft, but
Mm.
they weren't terrible.
Yeah.
So
But, I mean, arguably he would have better receivers in the league, but also
Yeah.
you're going to have less time, so it kind of, like, evens out.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he's just going to have to keep developing. I mean, that's all quarterbacks going into the draft pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like a lot of people struggle with what he struggles with, so.
that's true. I mean, you could even argue that Williams struggles with it a little bit, like you just said a
Yeah.
minute ago, that he tries to get out of the pocket. So
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll see. But yeah. All right. Let's talk head coaches. What do we think? I think Belichick has talked to the Falcons
Twice now.
Twice now.
I was almost thinking Belichick to the Cowboys, but I guess that's
Yeah,
that's
that's what I thought
completely
was
out of the
gonna happen.
conversation.
I
So.
think we had a
Jerry-
comment about that the other day.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. I think so. I mean, that's
Jerry-
what that seems right. But,
Jerry is not cooking.
I mean,
On the only thing,
He's too
on
old.
the topic of Jerry being like, and like owners and stuff, a report came out recently that like Jim Irsay overdosed in December and was found in his bathtub like blue.
I heard something happened to him. I didn't hear overdose.
It might have been in his car, like overdosed on something. He was almost blue at that point.
Mm.
So
All right. Well,
that's.
I mean, we
something.
knew he was kind of going crazy back then. So
Yeah, but I didn't expect that.
who knows?
Yeah,
You never really know what's going on with people like him.
Uh-huh.
So
like rich people don't really know what they're gonna do.
yeah.
Where do y'all see Harbaugh?
Chargers. He's pretty much right. He's pretty
Yeah.
much on the wall.
Unless they offer him like some crazy money, I think he's going back to Michigan, where he knows he can win.
But will he know he can win there next year?
He doesn't.
I think if he goes back there and wins, I think he'll bet on himself and go back there and try to win again. And if he wins again, then
Now I could see him
parlay.
doing that, but I feel like
Yeah.
the smart thing
That's
is go
not the
get your
smart
bag
thing.
right
Yeah.
It's
now.
not the
Yeah.
smart thing to do. Go get
Yeah.
40 mil instead of trying
Yeah.
to parlay it into 80 later on.
Yeah,
But I mean, I think that's what he'll do. I don't think he's that.
I could see him doing that.
Chargers have already finished the Rooney Rule, which, for those of you who don't know, the Rooney Rule is the rule where NFL teams have to interview at least one minority coach, like of skin color, just so it's fair, which makes sense. But
Right.
it also sucks because a lot of teams who already have their head coach in mind have to bring this guy in and interview him and just pretty much just do it just because they have to, not because they're actually interested,
Mm-hmm.
which I think should change, obviously.
I mean, I don't know. Like the Rudy Rule, it does kind of force people into doing something out of necessity rather than
Yeah.
desire, and it doesn't look at the person. It looks more at the
It's
skin color.
more
So
like-
it kind of
like-
focuses in too much on skin color. I feel like.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I think it just gives them a false hope of like
Right.
they might, even though the organization clearly doesn't want like to hire them because they have someone else in mind, which I think is pretty unfortunate. Like even coaches like Brian Flores hasn't got an interview yet, which is
Yeah.
mind blowing to me because he's one of the best defensive coordinators in the league.
Where is he again?
Vikings.
Vikings.
He was on the Steelers last season as their linebackers coach.
Right. I don't know. Is he still actively suing the NFL?
No, they dropped it, I think.
They dropped it? Okay.
I'm pretty
I was going to
sure.
say, because that may be an issue, because teams
Yeah,
probably don't want
you're
to
not
take that
even-
on if there's an
Yeah.
argument. They don't want to
Yeah.
go against the NFL.
Yeah.
So, but that is kind of surprising then.
That's probably the big reason is the lawsuit.
Right. They don't want to be associated with that, which it sucks for him.
Yeah, which I understand
Yeah.
on a business perspective.
But, yeah.
For sure.
But Bill Belichick, yeah, Falcons, I could easily see him go to. Man, although if he goes to the Falcons, Kyle Pitts needs to immediately request a trade because he despises tight ends. Like
Yeah.
Johnny Smith.
But also,
Okay,
Gronk.
He did develop Gronk, yeah.
he developed Gronk, but ever since Gronk left, even though
Yeah, I don't
he's had
even
two
know
really
who
good,
their tight ends
really
are.
good tight ends, Hunter Henry and John
Hunter
Smith.
Henry.
oh yeah, Hunter Henry.
He really hasn't
Yeah.
utilized him.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he looked at him and was like, yeah, you're not Gronk.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
kind of.
So I think he's going to have to open his mind if he's going to
Yeah.
make this work, because he didn't do that in New England, and it's kind of what led it down.
Which
they were
although-
trying to build the same organization. That
Which
didn't
if
work.
they draft a quarterback, dude, that
Right.
could be a really good team.
Yeah.
You got Drake London, you got Kyle Pitts, you got Bijan.
Kyle Algier and Bijan.
Yeah,
Right.
like I mean, your offense should be really good.
Yeah, it should be. If you're not putting
Right.
Yeah,
like Cordero Patterson at goal line back
yeah.
and throwing like 50
How old
yards.
is he now?
I don't know, but
Cordero is 34.
he still does good, doesn't he?
He's still really good. Yeah.
Yeah, he still does good.
I
I feel like
he's
he's
him doing like kick returns, like 109-yard kick returns.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
20 years ago.
I know. I also
Yeah.
he's like the perfect guy to like jet sweep.
He
Yeah,
is.
that's like exactly what I picture him doing, just like a jet sweep to Cordero
Yeah, he has
Patterson.
such good like vision of what
Yeah.
everyone else
Yeah.
is on the field. It's just crazy.
Which like plays into that kick return and stuff.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Other head coaches. You think Staley will go anywhere? I think he may be an OC somewhere.
Who?
Brandon Staley.
Nah, it's nothing. I
I don't-
they ain't touching this dude again.
Yeah, I would.
I mean, he's got his bag now. He probably will live in Cancun.
Ron Rivera, can't do. He like Cliff Kingsbury who moved to
Dude.
Indonesia for a year.
Did you see?
Isn't
I
that
know
what-
you saw it. Did you see Tyreek? Hill?
Tyreek, yeah, that's
he
what I was
reposted
about to say.
getting-
That's
yeah,
hilarious.
He reposted getting blocked.
Getting,
It was
like-
yeah, I
like-
got jammed all the way to Cancun.
Yeah, that's
God.
hilarious. I saw a TikTok of him last night of him live playing like Fortnite or
Of
something.
course
Or
he
Madden
is.
or
He always
something.
He was like so
It's
mad
so
when he hurt his
funny.
hand. He's like, oh man,
Yeah,
I can't
kept
play
the
Fortnite
Fortnite.
months.
Yeah.
It's
Man.
crazy.
Can't afford it anymore.
Yeah.
I think Ron
I feel
Rivera.
bad for Tyreek. Really,
I do
he had a
too.
great year and then barely touched the ball.
Although yeah, to be fair, kind of hard to throw it when the air is so thin.
All I'm saying is Mahomes threw it.
That's true.
I mean, but I think Tua needs to like go to the Himalayas and start throwing footballs over the summer. Like
Go to him.
try to find snow and just start throwing
Yeah.
because he never plays in it.
Yeah, like the lowest the temperature the AC can go in like the Miami facility is
Right.
like 50 degrees.
Yeah, I mean he was like Hawaii, Alabama, and Florida.
Miami.
Yeah.
Florida. Yeah.
So he's like
All
literally, just,
three are
he's
like
literally
chocolate.
just sat at the equator for the entire career. So yeah, he doesn't know how to play in the cold. So go find some ice somewhere. But yeah,
Climb Mount Everest, just start throwing touchdowns.
yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
To the Sherpas, they're taking them up.
Maybe he'll take a fall or two and develop superpowers. So.
At jujitsu.
Yeah, right. Shoot. Let's see what else we got. Any other head coaches?
Ron Rivera is wanting to be a defensive coordinator, even though they had the 32nd worst defense. Yeah, the number one worst defense in the NFL.
I mean,
last
that's
year.
not all on him though. It's just team was so disgruntled that he had to trade.
And they
everybody.
traded in the middle of
Chase
the
Young
season.
and Montez Sweat.
Yeah.
So they just have like Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen in the middle, just trying to do something.
Yeah.
And they have no edge help.
Literally in the middle of the season. Wait, I saw something that was like Montez Sweat was the leading sacks leader.
since the-
Yeah,
got
on
traded.
two
No,
different teams.
on two different
Yeah.
teams. He was the leader for the Commanders
That's
and
crazy.
Wait, he's on the Bears now.
Yeah.
yeah, and
he's
the
leader on
Bears.
both. He's like 7.5.
Yeah, I
bro.
saw. That's crazy.
He immediately signed like a massive 4-year extension, I think.
Yeah,
Along
just,
those
That's
lines.
good for the Bears
That's
defense.
great for the Bears. I really think they can be good. They just got to make the right decisions. But
Yeah.
it's hard to see what those right decisions are.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
spent 10
Yeah.
minutes arguing about it. So
We're not on the Bears. We're not.
Right,
We're
yeah.
not Ryan Poles. We're not.
Like I can imagine the Bears. Like
usually the Bears, whatever the Bears do, is the opposite of what you should do.
Exactly.
So
I can
think
imagine-
We'll have our answer in a few days.
I can just imagine the Bears like draft room just sitting here just beefing it out
Yeah,
like
right.
we are
It's
right
like,
now.
no, Justin is okay.
Yeah, like He's good. Like, why are we trying to draft a QB number
so
one
bad.
overall when we can get a
He's so bad.
generational
Trade
talent?
Falcons.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
just start filming the
I know.
before the draft and just afterwards post it all.
Yeah, that'd
But
be
you see all your
hilarious.
current players getting trashed.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Speaking of the draft, we haven't had it in a long time, so there's bound to be something. Someone's gonna do another Larry Tunsil's bomb video, and they're gonna like take in the draft.
There's
Like,
gonna be something terrible.
Roman Dende is gonna like.
There's always something in the draft stuff. Like Will Levis's girlfriend.
Oh my
like
god!
left him a week after it.
Yeah.
Gain 2 million followers and like deal with like high like some Mayo company. And then got
Duke's Mayo. or something
Duke's
like
Mayo,
that.
and then just broke up with him immediately.
Right.
I found it funny because that coffee mayo thing was a totally fabricated story. He never puts mayo in his coffee.
I mean, he just likes mayo, I guess, and they just said I could.
I don't even think he even likes mayo. I think
I don't know.
they just ran with some
Even
mayo.
the banana peel was disgusting.
Yeah.
Why?
He was just trying to like raise his stock,
Draft
I
stock,
guess.
yeah.
So then I don't know how it would raise.
It
your
worked,
stock.
I guess. People
Yeah.
talked about him.
People talked about it, but nobody actually wanted him.
Man,
Let's talk about him for a second. What do you think his deal is going to be next year?
I think he's
It's
good.
just-
He showed flashes
Yeah.
of greatness this season.
Who do we think is going to be there? Where do we think Rabel's going to go?
Not sure. Maybe. I mean, I've heard college, and I doubt he'll go to college. I think he'll. Seeing the teams that need a coach, I think the Seahawks are like
Oh, right.
Oh,
I forgot about the
Seahawks.
Pete Carroll's going.
See-
RSVP.
Seahawks are honed in on Dan Quinn at this point.
Right. But I saw the
Chargers.
Panthers interviewed him too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Panther. Vrabel to Panthers.
I wish.
No, I saw they interviewed Dan Quinn.
Oh,
I think
But Vrabel's to the Panthers
Yeah.
would be good.
that would be good.
a good head coach option that's going to float around is Bengals coordinator Brian Callahan, who everywhere on Twitter,
Bengals
and-
coordinator.
who everywhere on social media, they continuously post pictures of someone who is not Brian Callahan when they're talking about Brian Callahan. It's just a picture of some random Bengals assistant who I don't even know his name. They just keep posting and acting like he's Brian Callahan. I'm like, why? They just ask the dude to send you a picture. It is not that hard.
But anyway, I don't know what's going to happen with him, but I think he'll probably end up doing something.
Yeah, he'll be a head coach.
Yeah.
Vrabel. Just not sure where.
Yeah. He doesn't have to be a coach, though. I just think he's one of those guys who's not doing it to get paid.
Yeah,
just
that's
like he
true.
wants to.
Yeah, he's doing it for culture.
So yeah.
More than the bag.
Right. All right. What else we got?
Anything?
I mean, not
Closing
really.
statement, Rudy. You got
Closing
anything else you want to
The
say?
closing statement, Rudy. What do you got?
Just want to bring up a little pro comparison I might have touched on recently. I got a few pro comps for some quarterbacks. Caleb Williams, which has not really aged well. Dak Prescott player comp for
Right.
him. I think they have the same like size, kind of same play style. Really out of can really make them happen out of structure. Just kind of get flustered sometimes, which show because dude.
I mean, he's kind of like
coach.
Mahomes too, I think.
I think I was gonna go Mahomes at first. It's just that's way too lofty of a comp.
Right. Who was Mahomes' comp? Do you have any? Do you remember?
I think it might have been.
Might have been Dak.
Honestly, I feel like it might have been Jay Cutler, which Jay Cutler is my Michael Penix comp. They're both super similar.
Watching him run the other day was interesting. Like on two bad knees, like
Yeah.
showing he could still do it.
Yeah,
So
that was really cool.
anyway,
I think Drake May is a Justin Herbert comp.
that's his ceiling. What's his floor?
Definitely, floor is like I don't even know, like
Mitch
Sam
Trubisky?
Howell,
Trubisky. Yeah.
Trubisky.
All even
James Daniels, I have a Justin Fields comp for him. They're
Yeah.
both a little iffy in the short game. They're like elite when it comes to like past
deep
10
ball.
yards.
Yeah. Did you see that one deep ball that Fields cut loose this year? Like 50 yards.
He
and then it
always
just went right
just
off his
throws
fingertips.
absolute
Dots
just like
deep,
bread
yeah.
baskets to like
Yeah.
50 plus yards deep.
Yeah.
And he's up here missing a 2-yard
Then-
check down. I'm like,
Yeah.
it is not that
How
hard.
tall is he? Does he have like trouble seeing over the line?
Fields is
Yeah.
6'3".
Oh, so no.
Oh.
I was thinking
Just-
maybe,
I feel like
he
was
just
thinking
looks
he
like
may
he's
have
super
like
short.
Bryce Young syndrome where he just like he's just trying to like jump to throw it so he can see.
I feel like it's just the offensive line's problem. Like the scheme just is not helping, which
Right.
also doesn't really help that the Panthers keep getting short quarterbacks. But
Yeah.
because Baker had that, the deflection issue, and Sam Darnold wasn't the tallest guy in the world, and
But Baker's doing great now, so what's the
yeah,
difference? So,
it definitely the Panthers.
I don't know.
Panthers just suck right now.
Poverty.
Poverty.
You got anything else, Rudy?
Honestly, I think that's all I've fully scouted. Well, yeah, that's all I've fully scouted. Honestly, I've only fully
Got it.
scouted 4 guys.
Well,
You got anything?
That's it.
Get rid of David Tepper.
Please.
Yeah.
That's all I
please.
got.
Get out of here.
All right, well, if that's it then. Everybody, do us a favor, share this around. We're gonna try to get
We're
some
trying
more
to get
people to
that
watch
promos up, you
everything. Yeah, get everything going. I guess probably get monetized here in a little bit. See if
Yep.
we can do anything
If we
with
do
this.
something like that. Hey,
Yeah,
well,
if you will share us around, follow us on Instagram. We are up on Spotify now. It is
Let's
official.
go.
Took
Yeah,
took 3
took
months,
forever,
but
but
we're back.
We're back
We're
and
gonna
better
start
than
doing more
ever.
on Instagram. Try to do
Yeah.
shorts and stuff on YouTube,
Yeah.
and maybe get
clips.
TikTok and stuff going soon.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
Hopefully.
Oh, TikTok,
We need
yeah.
that. We
for
need
sure.
yeah, be watching out for us and help us get our numbers up. So
You know.
yeah, all right, that's it.
See ya.